What's going on, guys? DJ Av here. Smash that like button, and what we're going to be talking about is Izotope Ozone 7, and what we have in front of us is the standalone version, but there is a VST version. But before we get into it, I just want to point out where I got it from, because it is a stupid sale for it right now. It is $300 for both Neutron and this, so make sure that you check it out. Again, this ain't no sponsored video for a plugin boutique, but y'all can holla at me, plugin boutique, if you want me to do some. Anyways, so yeah, the link will be in the description box, and let's get into it. I'm gonna play the track, and I'm gonna fiddle faddle with it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reset, go to default real quick, and now we're gonna fiddle faddle. Alright, let's bypass this. I don't want to let y'all listen to it. I'm going to let it get to the busy part of the track, and then I'm going to bypass and play with it. Yeah, so let's talk about it, shall we? One of the main things that, you know, if you're like kind of new to the whole mastering type thing and all that, you know, first off, me personally, I've changed the way I mix altogether. You know, I've just level my stuff out, you know, make sure everything is kind of balanced, you know, and you know, the track feels good to me, and then I go into the mastering process. Separate from that, I bounce everything down from wave to wave files, so I can mess with these and not have them overly compressed by like MP3 files or anything else. So that is definitely, you know, the style that I go by. Now, with this, let's explain some of the things that you do. You can, you know, reorder however you want, which comes in handy dandy, you know, for anybody that, you know, wants to mess with their mastering and whatnot. Of course, you have your EQs here, and you know, you have different type of buttons that you can set up. Of course, you know, you might want to change, you know, of course, given that you have to click on the different numeric numbers of this, that's, you know, basically what you do. But I'm going to set that back to low shelf, because you got your British style right here. But yeah, you know, you have plenty of options here. You know, of course, you saw me mess with the parallel area right here, and I put it at 93%. It's just like a weird curve or thing that I do. And you know, parallel NY compression or whatnot, you know, sometimes people use that specifically for drums, but you know, I use that for overall production as well, just me type thing. Of course, everybody mixes differently. Of course, you saw me adjust the attack, because I didn't want the attack to, you know, of the compressor and the limiter to be too much to where, you know, you just don't get the real bang out the track. And then you have like a maximizer. You know, of course, the maximizer is for giving you the maximum loudness, as well as different kinds of release control. And, you know, again, these tech tools that, I always say tech tools, these tool tips that you have right here are awesome. You know, especially for somebody that might be new, you know, it lets you know what you're doing so that you don't do something crazy, or just get a good definition of what you're doing. So, you know, lowering the threshold, of course, is makeup gain. If I was to lower the threshold some more, you will start seeing some lines. And that represents, yes, that is distortion. That's in the beat. Which does not sound very good. You might want to do that. You know, if that's your aim for your track, then perhaps you should. Lowering the ceiling is overall lowering the maximum loudness of the track or whatnot. So, you know, having the makeup gain and having the that's me that's me slapping. But, you know, if you want your tracks to kind of slap or whatnot, you know, you just will mess with your makeup gain, and, you know, the limiter will give that effect to it. So, you know, people like to say that. So anyways, also, you know, you want to, of course, add the amount of the cider right here. The cider, I don't know why they named it that, but it's basically how it is just saturation. And you have a ton of different options that I haven't really explored yet. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out real quick. Wow. Yes, you can definitely tell the difference there. You know, you have oversampling, and, you know, which is supposed to be, what is it? I think it's like presumed total quality. And what does it say? Increased quality, but requires more processing power. Let's go and do it. Let's do it. Let's see if it'll crash the computer. Let's go. It's not gonna really crash my computer. I made sure that my laptop was on point with these things. Speaking of on point with these things, I do feel that Ozone 7, I know I've heard people say, you know, it's a CPU hog. I am using it in standalone mode. I'm not using it in conjunction with my DAW. With my DAW choice is Ableton Live, and Ableton Live does some wonders for your CPU usage. It is definitely very stable. But anyways, that's just something off topic here. That's for another time. Also, you know, you can listen to your true loudness mono, of course. You go ahead and hear that. As you can see, you can hear the dynamics. It's not as mono as if I was to switch that on my mixing console, but, you know, it's good enough for what it's worth. I mean, just hearing how it would sound in the mono setup. But anyways, yeah, this thing is badass, even to the point to where you have an imager where you can check out many of the different harmonics. As you can see right here, when that particular bass hit, it was spread out much more than the main melody or whatnot, which the melodies and all that, they're definitely in mono, but that bass. Anyways, so yeah, man, it's totally what it exceeds my expectations of what I thought it would be, is what I'm trying to say. And, you know, of course, there's other extra credit things you want to do. If you want to add, like, per se, you want to take your favorite song and, you know, mix your favorite, check out your favorite song versus what you're mixing, or, well, really what you're mastering in you know, kind of A and B. It's right there. It's right there for you to do it. Of course, you know, you want to turn off these modules right down here, but, you know, you could just go back and forth and just listen to whatever. I ain't gonna let y'all hear that sauce. But anyways, yeah, so there is, it's ridiculous, man. Nothing more I can say. Anyways, I'm DJ Av. Tell me what you think about this from this display. I'm out of here.